Welcome back to Making Business Personal. I'm Jason Weiss. And you'll notice that I'm on camera again. And that's because the last interview that I posted with Rick Ferrari, which included video, outperformed every other episode by roughly 500%. So we're going to see if that was an anomaly or if video truly creates a larger community of listeners. Either way, today I'm going to share something that may fundamentally change the way you see human potential. 2 years ago, I was standing in front of 200 participants at one of the world's most respected consulting companies. I was there to deliver a leadership development program. But as I looked down at those smart, accomplished faces, I had a moment of terrifying clarity. I was about to perpetuate the greatest lie, or one of the greatest lies, in corporate culture, the lie that everyone is capable of being a leader. And that moment changed everything. Because what I discovered wasn't just about fixing corporate training, it's about unleashing human potential on a scale that we never imagined. So let's just talk about the numbers just for a second, because they're staggering. We spend $370 billion annually on corporate training worldwide. And of that, 81 billion goes just to leadership development. So just think about that. It's more than the GDP of most countries. It's more than we spend on cancer research and climate research combined. And what are we getting for it? Because studies show a shocking 75% of these programs produce no measurable improvement. So, yeah, there's the wasted money, but the real tragedy is the wasted potential. Take Rich Barton. He was an engineer at Microsoft in the 90s, and he had a brilliant mind. He founded Expedia within Microsoft, and he co-founded Zillow and later Glassdoor. Those are three separate billion-dollar companies, and they total over 35 billion in value today. And it's not because Microsoft trained him to be a traditional leader. It's because they recognized his unique genius and they let him contribute in his own way. What I've discovered isn't just anecdotal. It's hardwired into our brains. Think about Roald Baumeister's research. Every decision that we make depletes our mental resources. And that's why by mid afternoon, even the sharpest minds crave direction. They don't crave more autonomy. And that's not a weakness, that's evolutionary wisdom. Now, if you add Daniel Kahneman's work, humans are neurologically wired to avoid loss more than to pursue gain. And what is leadership? Leadership is risk. It's risk of failure. It's risk of blame of being wrong. So some people avoid leadership roles, not because they lack capability, but it's because their brains are functioning exactly as they were designed. But we've built entire cultures around the assumption that this fundamental human wiring is a bug. It's not a feature. Let me tell you about the most successful project that I've ever witnessed. I was working with a major tech company, and they gave a critical project to Elena. She wasn't a senior VP, she was a mid level engineer, and she had never managed anyone. And she didn't want to lead, she wanted to solve problems. So she ignored every leadership best practice. She created these contribution pods so that people could work on whatever energized them most. And they had a breakthrough. They got results in 8 months instead of 3 years. And she was a great leader because she refused to admit that everyone needed to be a great leader. I worked with this other woman named Sarah who was a brilliant marketing leader, but she was miserable because she was constantly in meetings defending decisions she didn't believe in. She became a corporate mouthpiece who was defending things, and she was a title. We're taking our most creative and our most passionate people and we're turning them into managerial functions. We're literally paying them to stop doing what they do best. And this fuels a mental health crisis because Deloitte found that 77% of professionals experience burnout. And the shocking part is that the highest burnout rates aren't with overworked contributors, they're with people in leadership roles who never wanted to be there. So we're not just wasting human potential, we're systematically destroying it. But there is hope, and it's in an unexpected place. Artificial intelligence. That's right, AI. Because within the next 10 months, AI is going to automate most traditional management functions. It's going to automate meeting functions, progress tracking, resource allocation. And that's not a threat, that's liberation. Because when AI handles the management, what's left for the humans? The unique human contributions, creativity, empathy, innovation, deep thinking, authentic connection. You see, the future doesn't belong to organizations full of leaders. It belongs to organizations who honor every single person's unique way of contributing value. And I've tested this with dozens of organizations across 12 countries. Here's what changes everything. Number one, contribution based architecture. Stop organizing about leadership hierarchies. Organize around contribution types. You've got creators, connectors, analyzers, supporters, visionaries, and that's just a few. And pay and promote these people based on the value they create, not the amount of people that they manage. Number two, individual genius development. Replace blanket leadership training. I mean, don't ask, how do we make this person a better leader? Ask, how do we help this person become the most powerful version of themselves? And number three, psychological safety for authenticity. You have got to create environments where people feel safe to contribute in their natural way, whether that's leading, following, creating in solitude, or building in teams. And I got to confess something. For almost 15 years, I've been a part of this problem. I was the consultant who came in promising to unlock the leader in everyone. But then I met James. He was a warehouse supervisor for a truck stop network. And for 20 years, he was told that he lacked leadership potential because he was quiet, he was methodical, but he had an extraordinary gift. He could see patterns in inventory flows that predicted supply chain bottlenecks weeks in advance. And this wasn't leadership, it was an uncanny operational insight. Today, his analysis drives distribution across 500 plus locations, and he saved his company over $2 million last year. James wasn't promoted to a leader, but that doesn't make him a failed leader. He's a successful human who is contributing his unique gifts. And we need to acknowledge all of the Jameses in all of our organizations because we're at a crossroads. We could continue the $366 billion charade, forcing square pegs into round holes, or we can embrace a radical truth. The future belongs not to organizations full of great leadership potential, but to organizations full of humans contributing their authentic gifts. So this week, I challenge you, do something radical. First, stop asking, how can I become a better leader? And start asking, how can I become the most powerful version of myself? Second, stop trying to develop leaders in your organization and start discovering the unique genius in every person. And third, stop measuring success by how many people someone manages and start measuring it by how much value they create. Because here's the mindset shift that'll reshape everything. Every human being has genius. And our job isn't just to make them leaders, it's to help them find their unique way of changing the world. If you're intrigued by this, and if you think your team or your event would benefit from hearing these insights directly, you can contact me at jasonweissconsulting.com, because this is taken from a keynote address that I've delivered in the past. And if this resonated with you, please share it. Tell a friend, tell a colleague. And if you share it on social media, use the hashtag #MakingBusinessPersonal, because it's time to stop wasting human potential and start unleashing it. The future is waiting for us to stop making everyone the same and to start celebrating what makes each person irreplaceable. Because it's not business, it's personal. I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe for more insights and share it with a friend if you think they could benefit too. This is Jason Weiss reminding you that it's not business, it's personal.